Let us discuss today's current affairs. This is a bad news yesterday. 13 people killed after a small ferry boat crashed with naval speed boat in Mumbai. 13 persons, including 2 children, were killed after a navy boat crashed into a ferry off the Mumbai coast on Wednesday. At least 101 persons were rescued. The incident took place around 4 pm when the Navy craft undergoing engine trials lost control and collided with the passenger ferry Neel Kamal off the Karanja near Mumbai. The Navy said in a statement. The ferry was carrying passengers to the Elephant Island, a popular tourist destination. Next, interesting news. Positive signals emerged from India-China talks. India and China positively affirmed the outcome of their disengagement agreement across line of actual control as National Security Advisor Ajit Doval met with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi in Beijing on Wednesday for the first boundary talks between special representatives since 2019. As we have discussed on the other day, our NSA Ajit Doval and Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi, they both met yesterday and they have positively affirmed about border management with respect to line of actual control. This is a good news that is coming up. Today, December 19th is Goa Liberation Day. Goa Liberation Day is celebrated every year on December 19th. The day marks the liberation of Goa from Portuguese rule in 1961. And Goa was liberated on December 19th, 1961 after being under the Portuguese rule for almost 451 years. Goa was under the Portuguese rule almost for 451 years. The independence movement in the 19th century in India has less effect in Goa, although some residents participated in non-violent protests until the independence movement which we have in India have less effect on Goa. Next, the same continuation, the Indian Armed Forces launched Operation Vijay to free Goa from Portuguese control. This is an interesting news. And next, this is also very important. World Health Organization and Food and Agricultural Organization both jointly published a report on foodborne viruses. The first part of WHO and UN Food and Agriculture Organization meetings focused on food attribution, analytical methods and indicators. Mainly hepatitis A, hepatitis E viruses and other viruses that were caused by food were particularly mentioned in the report. There are many other important viruses that come through food. Next important news. India's e-waste, electronic waste, surges by 73% in the last 5 years. Almost doubled in the last 5 years. India witnessed a surge in electronic waste over the past 5 years, rising from 1.01 metric tons in 2019-20 to 1.751 million metric tons in 2023-2024. According to the data presented by the Ministry of State for Union Ministry of Housing to Rajya Sabha on December 16. So, our e-waste got surged by 73% in the last 5 years. Next, important news, Anti-Urban Naxals Bill reintroduced in Maharashtra. CM stresses its need to be passed in Maharashtra. Urban Naxal. This term have become popular from the last 10 years. The urban intellectuals who are considered as anti-system, anti-government, if they start questioning everything, some are being charged as urban Naxals. So, in the Maharashtra state, there is a bill that was reintroduced called that is Urban Naxal Bill. And yesterday we have discussed in the news that Starlink devices were found in Manipur. Elon Musk rejects this claim. Elon Musk said no such things has happened. SpaceX founder Elon Musk said Starlink satellite beams were turned off over India, reacting to the claims that its devices were being used in restive Manipur. You all know that Manipur is a conflicting zone. Elon Musk said Starlink satellite beams were switched off over India. So this is a false claim. This is false. Starlink satellite beams are turned off over India, said by Elon Musk in Twitter yesterday. Yesterday, American Department of Homeland Security, DHS, have announced streamlining, expediting H-1B visa process. They have announced some modernization rules for H-1B visa process and also for migrating from F1 to H-1B also. They wanted to streamline that. If people go with genuine or proper documents with a bona fide job, then automatically H-1B visas will be granted without much hiccups. So, yesterday US DHS said, but when I am speaking on this, people told me that we don't know what Donald Trump will do after January 20th. This is an only eyewash. As America is a talent-based economy, as an America requires a lot of talent pool to become economically competitive more and more. America wants more and more immigrants, particularly talented immigrants in their specialty occupations. American employers wanted to hire them at a lower cost, but still the thing is, we don't know how Donald Trump is going to respond after January 20th. Next important news, Donald Trump's message to India over high tariffs. They tax us, we tax them. US President-elect Donald Trump has stated his plan to impose reciprocal tariff on other countries, including India, that levy high tariffs on American goods. If India levies high tariffs on American goods, we will also levy high tariffs on Indian goods. In a way, Donald Trump is ready. So, two things we cannot negotiate with Donald Trump. One is about taxes, tariffs. Second is about immigrants. These two things are very, very critical with Donald Trump. Even our External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jaishankar, said there are two things which are non-negotiable with Donald Trump. And next, there is another report that is coming up, IPBES Nexus report. Human activities degrading freshwater biodiversity faster than terrestrial. Freshwater biodiversity is degrading faster than terrestrial due to human activities, that is anthropogenic causes, according to the latest report released by IPBES, Intergovernmental Science Policy Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services. So, freshwater and marine coastal systems are especially sensitive as they accumulate lot of human excreta and other pollutants and sediments across various ecosystems. So, freshwater is being degraded faster because of anthropogenic activities, said by IPBES report. This is also an important report. And next, Delhi leader, I cannot say CM now, Aam Aadmi Party leader Arvind Kejriwal launches Sanjeevani Yojana for free elderly healthcare in Delhi. This Yojana is helpful for the senior citizens who are 60 plus to get a free treatment in Delhi. This is called Sanjeevani Yojana. As you all know, the assembly polls are coming up in Delhi in the next 2 months, I think in the February in 2025. So, Aam Aadmi Party launched a program for healthcare for 60 plus. The scheme is likely to benefit almost 25 lakh senior citizens in Delhi. 25 lakh senior citizens in Delhi. So, it's a healthcare program, Sanjeevani Yojana for senior citizens. And whenever any festival is in controversy, any festival is in news, whenever any festival is in controversy or any festival is in news, you should take care of that. This is about Trishur Puram festival. Festival will have to be stopped. Kerala Temple Committee moves Supreme Court against High Court guidelines on Trishur Puram festival. Kerala Devasthanam, which hosts Kerala Tiruvambadi Devaswam, hosts the world famous annual Trishur Puram festival, known for its elephant peasantry. So, number of elephants, almost tens and tens of elephants will be brought to the temple and there will be a peasantry. featuring around 50 to 100 decorated netti pumps, decorated golden headdresses and ornaments. And the issue went to High Court. High Court is strongly objecting elephant peasant dress. And Kerala Temple Committee went to the Supreme Court against the High Court judgment because elephant peasantry is a part of their culture of the festival. Thrissur Puram Festival. There is one more important news that is coming up. India unveils Kisan Kavach. India's first indigenous anti-pesticide bodysuit designed to protect farmers from harmful pesticide exposure. See, farmers will go to the agriculture lands to sprinkle pesticides. They will wear a bodysuit called Kisan Kavach. Kisan Kavach is the first India's indigenous anti-pesticide bodysuit to help the farmers. There is a report by CII, Confederation of Indian Industry, titled Employment Landscape in Tourism and Hospitality Sector in India. Report projects a 1.2 times increase in spending within the sector by 2036-37, and it might create jobs over 61 lakhs by 2036-37. That is tourism and hospitality sectors. Okay, this is a important news.